Welcome to my channel Chubby Views. Today in this video you will know about a person who transformed Singapore from small town into a global financial hub, that is Lee Kuan Yew. He was born on 16 September 1923 at Singapore during British colonial rule, Strait Settlement. His born name is Harry Lee Kuan Yew, often referred to by his initials LKY, and known as Harry Lee, was a Singaporean statesman and lawyer who served as the first Prime Minister of Singapore from 1959 to 1990 and is widely recognized as the nation's foundation father. He was one of the founders of People's Action Party, which has ruled the country continuously since independence. And his wife Kwa Geok Cho married in 1950 and she died in 2010. They have 3 children. This is a Cathay building where Lee worked. Lee Kuan Yew, the founding father of one of the Asia's smallest but most developed economies, Lee led Singapore after its separation from Malaysia to emerge as one of the world's most powerful financial centers. The tiny nation, whose main industry was manufacturing at independence, saw its GDP per capita skyrocket under Lee to one of the highest in the world in 2013, behind just oil-rich Qatar and private banking sector. Luxembourg, according to IMF, its population has doubled to more than 5 million. Singapore flourished on the inherited advantages and foresightedness of Lee to transform into the rank of New York, London and Switzerland as a global financial hub. As a key port in the British Empire, Singapore was in a strong position for trading activities. Lee built on this as the country had no natural resources of its own to exploit. Even though Lee was criticized by many for leading the country in an authoritarian style that stifled political dissent and press freedoms, his firm grip on power and maintenance of stability gave little scope for corrupt financial practices. The orderliness that Singapore became known for was attractive to foreign investments. Billions of dollars poured in to ensure the country's success. Lee Kuan Yew maintained a tight grip on domestic finance by preventing the internationalization of Singapore dollars and limiting the operations of foreign banks. This meant international firms saw an opportunity to establish themselves in a tiny island nation. Sound financial and economic policy, coupled with a corruption-free environment and technological advancement, meant many multinational firms chose Singapore as a regional hub. Lee championed free trade, which helped Singapore attract a free flow of foreign investment and multinational giants such as General Electric. One clear factor in Singapore's rise was Lee's ability to take consistent advantage of global financial upheavals. This began in 1971 when America delinked the dollar from gold. Lee was quick to grasp this opportunity and established Singapore as a regional center of foreign exchange. Indeed, since 1968, the Singapore government has provided incentives and preferential tax treatments to cultivate an Asian dollar market. This initiative proved instrumental in helping Singapore to develop as a financial center and a lead over its nearest rival, Hong Kong. Lee kept local peoples happy. Lee knew that for Singapore to compete with global giants, he needed to provide Singaporeans with housing and employment opportunities that would bring the nation economic stability. For this purpose, he established the Housing Development Board and Economic Development Board. The Housing Board transformed these space-constrained islands into a world-class metropolis that helped its citizens to move out of small ghettos into carefully planned mixed township and provided superior living conditions for its citizens. Meanwhile, the Development Board slowly built up Singaporean industries and business to provide job opportunities not only for locals but for foreigners to thrive in an economy that could support a population swiftly moving out of poverty. These efforts of Premier saw Singaporeans per capita GDP jump from around $500 in 1965 by staggering to 800% of $14,500 by 1991. Building on Lee's economics model, it has since continued to grow $55,000. Singaporeans under Lee also adopted a two-pronged strategies with regard to its financial sector, as well as making Singapore an international financial hub. It wanted the financial sector to play a key supporting role to growing industries located in Singapore such as manufacturing and shipping. Lee Kuan Yew's style of running Singapore earned him a special honors and was once described by Richard Nixon as a big man on a small stage who is in other times and other places might have attained the world statue of Churchill, Disraeli or a Gladstone. Lee Kuan Yew was a man with a mission to transform a small seaside town into a financial giant. The size of the country GDP per capita is compared to its tiny size and lack of resources in testaments to his success at doing so. Lee Kuan Yew died on 23rd March 2015 at the age of 91 in Singapore. The cause of death was pneumonia. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel, click the like button and click the bell icon to know my new updates.